Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Leslie, and today we're in my craft room where we're going to make a slider card just like this one, where the little bee slides. Alright, so this is the little circle that you cut out, that you put a plastic bead on, and you put it behind your panel. And then you glue your whatever onto it, and then it just slides. Now you'll see that it opens this way, or it could be done this way. I just changed the way I cut my paper. So what I did was I cut the paper. Instead of cutting it at 4 1/2 right here, I cut it this way. Duke, what are you doing? Instead of cutting it at 4 1/4, I cut it at 5 1/2 this way. So let me get my trimmer. I'm going to cut this at 5 1/2. Did I clean my desk before I even started? No. Why? Because I just walked in from work. And this video is already going to be late because I did not pre-film. So now we have one that's the same width. I know I usually don't rush through things like this, but because I didn't pre-film, I'm having to make this video right when I get home, which means it's going to be late because instead of pre-filming, I got myself in the bed last night. Sometimes you just need a break. I'm going to run it through my Gemini Junior, but I have a new sandwich here that I create, or that I use when I do die cutting. And this video is a hot mess. Alright, so this plate was warped really bad. As you can see, it is now completely straight. I watched a video, I googled how to straighten out a warped Gemini plate, and Jennifer McGuire will show you how to do it. You just put it in a pan in your sink, pour boiling water over it, and what is on there, and then put the pot of boiling water, what's left, sit it on top of that, and that heat will make that plastic get soft, and the plastic will then become pliable, and you can then let it sit for 20 minutes, and it should flatten out. After about 20 minutes, you can take it out of the boiling water, wash it off, and it's good to go. So, the next thing was, okay, how do we keep them from warping in the first place so we don't have to do this every 4 passes through the machine? Well, if you place a mat, a cutting mat of some sort, I'm just using the metal mat that came with my Gemini Junior, and packing tape, and taping that to that. Then I'm going to do the other side. tape these to this, and then we'll start die cutting the, that's fantastic that just came right off. Okay. Alright, so I have my sandwich complete, and I just taped this mat onto this plate. I taped this mat onto this plate, and then I just take my panel, let's see, I just take this panel. This will be the one that goes on top. It's a little bit big right now, but it's okay because I will cut it down, and I will put it about right there. So then I'll take this, line that about right there, maybe a little bit over. Put that up about there. Put that right there. Then run it through my Gemini Junior. But the Simon Says stamp shop has a table that they made that specifically fits the whole unit, but you know, that seems to work just fine for me. All right. So I've got 4 of these now. That's 4 passes through my Gemini, and these are still straight. So that's just a fabulous hack, because I had done 4 die cuts when I first bought this machine, and they started to warp, and I just was dumbfounded. What in the world? And I could tell there's a lot of pressure on it. So you know there's going to be some warping, but Lord knows they need to give you something that's not going to warp after 4 uses. That was a bit much. All right. So then what I do, did I glue this on here? Crooked. Okay, great. That is fantastic. What I do is I take this cream colored paper that's different, doesn't matter, and I'm going to cut it down to 4 by 5 1/4. So this paper is a completely different color. It's quite all right. It is quite all right. So then what I did, to note where my slider was, like here, 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 okay. I then took a green marker, right? Just kind of colored that in. I think I did watercolors maybe at work. I'm not sure. And then up here, I was going to make it like the sky. I don't know if this, I think that's a, well, right? So that when I put this down, you can see the sky and the grass behind it. Now I'm going to need my alcohol remover. Okay. Let that dry. All alcohol markers come with a clear marker too. It's a colorless blender, but you can use it to erase if you go out of the lines. Like I said, I'm you know, kind of rushing. It's not a good thing, but that's where we are. And so what I did when I made this card is just to watercolor on it. I wasn't trying to be perfect, nothing like that, just putting some color down on the paper, letting it be and do what it wanted to do, and calling it good. Wasn't trying to be perfect. You see, this isn't really watercolor paper, but it'll do, pig. It'll do. Charlotte's Web, anyone? Alright, so then I took a lighter blue and just colored in the sky. Added a little bit of that darker blue. Colored in the sky. Okay. Again, not trying to be perfect, just getting some color there. So, we'll move that over. Let that dry for a moment. While that's drying, I am going to take these four. Sorry about the shaking, but I think what, I mean, trying to be like Alex Murdaugh, blowing bubbles. What's going on? Alright. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and color this in. So, I didn't do anything fancy. Just took alcohol marker. Colored that in. Alright, so those are colored. Now I'm going to get my panel from underneath my book. And I'm going to add foam tape. because this will need to be up off of that panel so that this has room to move. So I also want to make sure that I don't get my tape too close to the round thing, because then it won't be able to move. So that's always fun to figure out. Glue it without the card because it's annoying. Very much so. Alright, I'm going to let that sit for a few minutes. Allow that to dry. I also got a round piece where you could do, like they have here, a little beach ball, and it says have a ball on your vacation or your birthday or whatever. Just darling. It's not completely dry, but it's getting there. I'm going to peel off my sticker paper. Alright, and so that is sitting up off of that card so that this can move freely, which is fabulous. So I'm going to take the little sticker off of here. I'm going to take just a dab of glue . Place him right there, and now he can fly. Okay. And then I'm going to take, oh, I did put that low, didn't I? It's alright. We can too much glue on him. I think what I'm going to do is cut and paste Improvisions. Sometimes you just have to improvise. Alright. There we go. And he moves freely. Yes, much better. Alright, so let's add a little ladybug there. Alright. So these do have a sticky backing, but I'm adding a touch of glue to it just to be safe that it'll stay. And I'm going to make little ladybug sit right there. And then he is just flying. Flying. How cute. Alright, so that's about it for this video. I just wanted to make a slider card with you and show you that it's not too bad. So, if you enjoyed this video, give it a big thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments or suggestions on how to make it easier, let me know. The only thing I would do more is probably to add a couple of my clouds up here. And then, you know, maybe a sentiment on it and get it on there straight because we see how crooked that is. But anyway, I just wanted to show you how you could make a cute little slider card for someone using mostly dollar store products. We have the flower die cut from the dollar store. We have the little bugs from the dollar store. We have the foam tape underneath from the dollar store. And everything else is either from Michael's or a shop online or just, you know, wherever. So, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. If you haven't already, please hit subscribe. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, and you can help me do that. Every subscriber, every person matters. Alright guys, tired, been a long week. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you again tomorrow for Cash Stuffing Saturday, and I will have it together because, you know, I'll have a good night's rest. Bye, y'all.